I would now like to share some reflections about our hopes for the future. All hope, all vision is always built upon a foundation. As you look behind me, you see a dream that took over 20 years to bring to life. A dream whose doorway is marked with the why of everything for us, AMDG, for the greater glory of God, a cornerstone on the building that reflects the words from the first Mass of Pope Francis as Pope, to journey, to build, to profess God's love. All that we have been given in the sacred heritage of this site, in the beauty of this land, is a gift and a legacy from all of those who came before us. And now it is up to us as we prepare to lay a foundation that will be received by people over the next 100 years when they remember all that we were able to pass on to them. It is so clear to me that we will be ever relevant. In the world today, amidst all of the changes in religiosity, in belief, every person has within a deeper need for meaning and connection and direction and hope, and at the deepest level, a need for God. We will be ever relevant to all people and the countless people that we will welcome for many years to come. It is also very inspiring at this time to know that after being the third executive director of this century, following Father Clem Metzger and Sister Mary Ann Flannery, I have so loved my time and presence at Jesuit Retreat Center, and I would now like to introduce Bill Hobbs, who will so love and does love his time and presence at Jesuit Retreat Center. He brings to us an outstanding experience of leadership in Jesuit institutions and in bringing Ignatian spirituality into the world. There is no person that we could find that would be a better leader for this time, in my mind and heart, than Bill Hobbs. So Bill, take the floor.
Thank you, Rick. I certainly have big shoes to fill. For more than 120 years, individuals have seen our 57 acres here in Parma, Ohio, as holy land as well. Thousands, men and women, young and old, those with great faith and those who aren't sure, have come into our entryway, come up the driveway, and come into this center seeking wholeness, healing, hope, peace, hoping for an encounter with God. Over and over again, we've heard stories in this past year of the importance of this place in the spiritual lives of so many people. Today, we're focusing on remembering our past and on our needs in the current moment. But we're also casting a vision of what the future will look like here at Jesuit Retreat Center. In many ways, that will be informed by the universal apostolic preferences which were put forth by the Society of Jesus in 2019. Those preferences to help find a way to God through the spiritual exercises, to walk with the marginalized, the poor and the outcast and the excluded, to journey with young people in creating a hope-filled future, and to care for our common home. Some of those preferences are already obviously evident in the work that we do here. Some will require us to engage in discernment and to look at our resource allocation. In addition to those preferences, we'll also continue to be in conversation with the Jesuits Midwest Province, with the Catholic Diocese of Cleveland, with our high school and college partners, and with so many different groups, parishes and individuals that see this place as a source of peace, a place for Catholics in Northeast Ohio and for so many other communities. We are very blessed with its beautiful grounds, with an updated and ample facility. We have a wonderful staff and board and benefactors who are engaged in our mission and vision. And there are so many thousands who are seeking to be here in this place, to find peace, to encounter God, to find the sacred and the holy in their life. As the new executive director, I am very excited of all that stands before us, all for the greater glory of God.
One of the hopes and visions I have is that it continues to be a place of encounter with God. I have a privileged view of being able to accompany students here to be able to see the fruit of their relationship with God bloom and grow in their life. This is such a sacred and important, vital place for us to be able to do that, where there aren't many spaces like this today that our students have.
When I think about the future of the Jesuit Retreat Center, my hope is that it will continue to draw people here, that we continue to make it available to all people. This is a place for everyone, a place of encounter with one another as we come together, but encounter with God. And that's my hope for the future of the Jesuit Retreat Center.
The Jesuit Retreat Center has been a great place in my life, and I keep thinking of, who else can experience this? Who else would have an opportunity to come here and be transformed and meet God in a different, new way that would then inspire them when they leave this place to be a better version of themselves. And so I hope that we can do that more and more into the future.
It's a ministry that you are doing in this place. Please continue. Please continue to support everybody who's coming to this place.
You really do feel the sunlight of the Spirit when you're here. I have a lot of hope for a place like the Jesuit Retreat Center. We need to have it around more so that we can come together and find unity and hope.
In this divided country we live in, we need a place that is spiritually grounded, and Jesuit Retreat Center gives us that.
This is such an important opportunity to facilitate an encounter with God. And here's the space where it happens. It's not always through really profound actions, but by bonding with somebody else here, by sharing a meal.
I think that it's such an important part of community, and so having that, particularly for communities of color, I think would be just a great aspiration.
I don't think that I'd be at the place that I am in my faith life especially if it weren't for the experiences that I had here. So I just want to express my gratitude for this place and just how much it's helped me grow and become the person that I want to be.
With the programming and the variety of options that we have available to people here, we can touch people in a way that is transformational, and not just in their lives, but in the history of the world. And you just never know what's going to happen. I trust in the Lord, and I believe in unlimited possibilities of our faith. I think that it's going to be really exciting to see what happens in the future at JRC.
You can't put it into words. You got to feel it. You got to experience it. And when you come here and you finish a retreat on a Sunday morning with Mass, you know where you've been. You know that you've been touched. It's electric. It's a spiritual jolt of electricity.
It would be a hope of mine that people could come here and just encounter the love of God. Having a space that's intentional for people to do that is really important. And so my hope is that people would just encounter Jesus here.